Okay, so friggin' on my way back from the parts store again. Frig a sack, another 180 some odd dollars. I got one of them sockets that I need. I was gonna try to friggin' just make one, but you know, I didn't realize when I was thinking that you know, I needed to be like torqued down and then clicked back and this and that. If I took the axle out, I would have seen that there's little notches in the friggin' nut thing that you gotta take off or whatever. So that's what the clicking thing they're talking about is. Beg my pardon. A little slow sometimes, but anyways, I talked to the Ford deck this morning. He gave me the confidence I need to take this on. So friggin' we're gonna give her a whirl today. I don't know how far we'll get, but we'll make a go over anyways. But friggin' when we get back, I'll show you the parts that I got and the friggin' nut thing that I got, the friggin' socket for friggin' sack, and then we'll smoke some cigarettes. Frig sakes, big horse trailer in front of me, just totally son of a bitch in my program. Look at him's big dirty still works, for frig sakes. So anyways, here's what I ended up picking up. I got a friggin' double-ended friggin' socket thing there. Friggin' supposed to be the right one. And then I got the two hub seals, tub of friggin' grease. I wasn't sure if I needed to grease the bearings, if they're seal bearings, haven't had it open yet. And some .3 friggin' brake cigarette. I would assume that you would have to pack the friggin' bearings with grease, but friggin' like the fluid kind of comes out of the end of the tube and sloshes around in there. I think there's like some of these axles have like a oil slinger thing or whatever, but anyways, before I even friggin' think about doing any of that, I gotta pull the ladder out and friggin' climb up on the roof. I don't know if you'll be able to make it out or not, but she's time for a cleaning. So I can't even have a friggin' fire going because it just fills the place up with smoke, and that's no good, kinda hard to breathe. She's just a non-stop cock show around here, boys. Friggin' one thing after another. It's getting pretty old, but you know, what do you do, right? So anyways, I'll climb up there, get that done. Hopefully I don't fall off because that friggin' membrane roof with a little bit of moisture on it's friggin' like a friggin' ice rink on an angle, and I've never been up there with snow on it, but I can't imagine it being any better, that's for sure. But anyways, we'll get that done, and then we'll pull the axles and the hubs and the cigarettes off Big Dirty here, and then we'll cheech. Okay, this isn't good. I tapped out the friggin' the cap, but now the friggin' the T's plugged solid. So I gotta friggin' vacuum that out. I started the friggin' fire, and then I had to butt it out real quick. In accordance with all the chooch coming out of it, it was getting asphyxiated pretty fast. But anyways, I'll get that done, and then maybe everything will leave me alone for a minute, and I can get on Big Dirty for friggin' sack. Unbelievable. Well, I got her all fixed up there. No more choochie, so that's good. All right, so we're about to get started here. I got my friggin' backing plate there, my friggin' socket for the friggin' antler, but my friggin' impact socket set ain't got no 18, so I'll just have to crack her loose with a friggin' regular one, but I'm gonna clean up around the edge there a little bit and friggin' so there's, you know, less cleaning up later, I guess. All right, well, I got all 8 friggin' cigarettes out of there. And one thing I noticed was, if it'll focus, you can see the end there. It looks like it's supposed to have threads, but they're all mushroomed in. Well, they're like that on all of them. But, like they're really hard to get out. Obviously, they got Loctite murders on them, but, you know, a bunch of metal filings too come out of there. So I don't imagine that's good, but maybe there's like an extra lock and cigarette thread and stripping antler off on the end there, guy that, I don't know, helps lock them in there or something, but I never seen anything like that before, frig sack. Anyway, she's ready to friggin' come out of there, so I'll get a friggin' rubber cigarette and we'll tappy and see how she goes. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, forgot about that. I forgot about that. But at least I know my hub's a bit lubricated. Friggin' dick. Okay, so I got some raggage. Just in case. Ooh. Careful. Careful. And there she be. Right on. Doesn't look too bad. It's just a normal thread on this side, I believe. I'll give her a try. There's that clicking action as we're talking about. Bing very cautious. I believe the driver's side is a reverse thread. It's because the rotation of the tire will tighten this one when you're going forward. And on the other side it would loosen it. But there's a few pieces in here, looks like. Hopefully this thing just comes off like a cigarette, but I'm gonna lay all my parts down over here in the orders of which I take them off. So it's in accordance with that welcome to the program. Alright, so I friggin' had a bit of a cheech and a tea and a cigarette and friggin' thought about it for a minute, so this is what I come up with. I got this friggin' socket that will just fit inside the lip of that friggin' axle tube, but my friggin' puller end will get all jammed up in there. So I got this thick little washer, and it fits perfect inside the socket there, and then it's got a little round hole in the middle, so as my antler will friggin' for frig's sakes are onto it. So let's see how I'm gonna make out with this. Might need to friggin' ream her in quite a bit. Might not even have enough threads for frig's sakes. Okay, give this a friggin' whirl. Just barely friggin' cigaretting on there. Keep it centered while I'm doing this. There it goes. Oh shit. Okay. Careful. Dick. Okay. Careful. Careful. Yeah, the seal came apart. Half of it's in the friggin' on the cigarette, and half of it's in there. So, oh my goodness. That looks like fun. There's like a spring in there and all type of shit, so. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's where we're at now. Finally friggin' figured out how to get that stupid hub off there. Some people said it was gonna be a bitch. Some people said it was gonna be easy. Just slide right off, but this one particular unit here was quite a pain in the ass, but once I got the friggin' puller on there, it wasn't too bad, I guess. But so I gotta friggin' dick around with this, pull off all these springs and whatnot. I already pulled off that little for frig's sakes are down there, and I just want to make sure, you know, I friggin' get a good idea how this goes back together, and then we'll proceed. Oh crap, I thought I was recording, but anyways, friggin' pop that little clip out, and these friggin' for frig's sakesers should cigarette out. I don't know what the hell is holding them in there. Oh yeah, this stupid friggin' cable thing. Son of a bitch. Okay. Careful. Careful. Oh, that's a pain in the dink. Man, this is rusty. right on there. Frick sack. Why is that stuck on there so good? Oh, dick. Well, anyways, I've been dicking around with this for a minute, but it appears that it's friggin' rusted on there. But check this stuff out here. Mouse milk. Mouse milk. Friggin' rights. This episode, Pug One's brought to you by Mouse Milk. So this stuff's like good for cigarette and different things. Amazing creeping abilities. Friggin' ideal for turning and cutting up applications. Friggin' hacksaw, this and that. But we'll just give her a little dollop and see how this stuff works. Smells pretty good. Well, this is complete bullshit. I friggin' wrestled off the one cigarette pad off there, but this thing here is friggin' just cigaretted solid. So I'm assuming that I can friggin' compress this friggin' spring. Like, I'm gonna think about putting 2 pieces of metal in there and then a piece of vice grip, pinch that spring down, because it's pretty friggin' hard, and then I might be able to just cigarette this. I don't know if you can see it very good, but cigarette that thing out of there and then pull this piece out this side. But I mean, I can't even get anything on the back of this thing other than what's on there right now, because, you know, my short socket's too friggin' short. The friggin' for frig sakes pushes the friggin' ratchet end out of the cigarette, and this one's friggin' I can't get no leverage. I can't, you know what I mean? It's on there pretty good. I mouse milked it and friggin' deep creeped it, but friggin' dick. Okay, I got one. I just had to put my friggin' whole sack and antler right into it. But put my back up against the friggin' wheel well. Give it a couple clicks. This one's a little closer to the cigarette. Oh, I did it. Whew. My goodness. Friggin' trying to get one of these lower ones here. Friggin' dick. This one's going to be harder because I got to pull it. I did it. Okay. See, it's squeaking like a mouse. It's from the mouse milk. Oh, well. Whew, I'll frig sakes that for a minute and we'll get back when it's off. Alright, I don't know what the problem is, but this emergency cigarette brake friggin' cable in the back thing, it just won't. It won't. So I'm gonna try giving this some tappies. Couple times. There we go. I should be able to remove the whole of the spiel if I have enough friggin' cable. Okay, so we get a little better look at the back of her now, see what we're dealing with. But I'll set that off to the side for a second. Have a look over here. I already had one of these little cigarette bars in the back of behind here to try to cigarette that friggin' for frig sakes are off, but I probably have to put this back on because I was using these bolts as leverage. So I'll get this emergency brake cable out of here, and then I'll slide this back in the holes just for temporary, and then I can pry off this here for frig sakes. I just didn't want to leave it, you know, have that surface exposed while I was dicking around with that too bad, you know what I mean? So I'll get that done, and then we'll smoke some cigarettes, and then we'll make a new movie. Anyway, I still can't get that damn parking brake out of there. I don't know. I'll have to friggin' go have a cheech and think about it, but I'm just going to use a friggin' wire brush cigarette here. get in behind it. Careful not to friggin' cigarette the whole program, just the cigarette itself. Slide that off there. Oh my goodness, that looks well, I guess that's not too bad. Just smeared it with rusty friggin' greasy stuff. So anyways, there's the seal off the axle, so we'll see if we can't get the other half of it out of the frig sakes here when the time comes. But for right now, I gotta still cock around with this friggin' emergency brake. I don't know how the friggin' thing comes off, and the friggin' thing sees, so you know, you can't like cigarette it friggin' for frig's sake. So anyways, alright, so I got this for frig's sakes here. So I'm gonna just remove all the scaly shit with this thing. And it's good, works good because you can sort of lay it against the side and work your way around like this. That works awesome. Alright, I got some friggin' primer on it. Friggin' cleaned her all up there, shot her with some primer. I'm gonna go have a cheech, and then I'll hit her with some black. And hopefully we can put this back together. Still haven't got that cigarette apart though. It won't. I don't know what the problem is, but it friggin' won't. So I'm just gonna bolt it back on like that, I think. Well, that worked out. Friggin' supper's ready. So I just went and grabbed the friggin' little heater, and I'm gonna chooch that on there. And it looks like I got 3 minutes left on my battery, so I better plug this piece of shite in. And then we'll come back and we'll shoot some black on it, and then we'll cheech, and then we'll put it back together, maybe, if I can get that piece apart for frig a sack. Okay, so I don't know how good you can see this, but I pried on this up in here with this guy and up in there and this and that, and I couldn't get it to budge. So the only thing I could do was get a little friggin' cigarette like that, just get it in the edge there, and just give it a little tap, and a little tap, and a little tap. Try to just not really mar up the friggin' hub itself too much, but it's coming out. So a couple more tappy tappies, and be ready to clean this up and put the new seal in. Okay, now I'm just gonna take some clean rags and some brake clean there, and just clean out the smuts of the inside of the tub. Get that all cleaned up. Most of these friggin' rags got like a fluffy side and a friggin' this and that side, so try to use the friggin' not so fluffy side in accordance with the getting shit everywhere, but little fluffers. No fluffers in your axle, I don't think, anyway. On the back of the bearing between the friggin' seal and the bearing, there's like this little thing right there, see? She got broke onto her, so I don't know if I want to use that one or find another one, but so I got it all cleaned up there so I can shows you. It goes on the back of the bearing, and it's got like 4 little feet on the back of it, 4 little walnuts, and it just sits on there in accordance with, you know, just keeping a couple little spots open for frig's sakes here. But I'm assuming I'm going to need that, and I'm assuming that having a broken one's probably not good, because if it breaks again, then you're going to have a little piece flying around in there, and it's probably going to chew some stuff up, and I don't want that. So a little advice for Pug 1, please. Friggin' what is that? Where do I get it? Friggin' when I order it, what do I call it? Different things. I give you guys good advice all the time, you know what I mean? But anyways, there's the cigarette. I friggin' just got the end friggin' taped off, that's where the seal goes there. So friggin' should be good to go. I'm gonna end up friggin' just soaking this little friggin' the pincher thing, this little pincher thing. I'm gonna friggin' soak it with some stuff so as to get it moving, because she's solid, It's and no work, no good. So get some mouse milk on there, and we'll friggin' beat out these friggin' bolts and replace the friggin' backing plate, but that's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. In accordance with how dicked everything was and this and that, and you know, I'm just learning, right? So friggin' hopefully the other side goes a little quicker, but I'll be putting her back together tomorrow, unless I can put it together with that broken piece, which I don't really want to do. Friggin', you know, it's gonna have to wait till tomorrow anyway. So For Frigasack, son of a bitch. Maybe I'll tear the other side apart so as I can, you know, make sure everything's gonna be kosher and go back together good. But anyways, friggin', let me know what you think. What should I do and different things? I don't think I'm gonna pack the bearings with grease. I'm just gonna friggin' squirt some differential juice in there in accordance with there is no grease in there. So, and the Ford Dick told me no grease, just squirts. So friggin' that's what I'm gonna do. But other than that, I gotta friggin' get this done. So any friggin' advice for Pug One you can give me, I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to check out onepugguy.com and check out the store page there and friggin' order up your different types of decals and friggin' sweaters and friggin' different things. They're friggin' awesome. I got my Trapped Addicted shirt on right now. I'd show you except for friggin', you know, I got my program, my program. Maybe you can see it. No, probably not. But anyways, boys, there you go. Another Dicker Pug One production. So until tomorrow.
Don't let the watchers get you.